Um, on to one of the not so good games of this past week: the Jaguars versus the Dolphins. Going into Sunday, the Jaguars were one of two teams left without a win this season, and they were able to celebrate their first win of the season against the Dolphins. The sad Dolphins. They handed the keys to the offense to Tua last season, and he finished with a record of 6-3. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the organization was expecting improvements this season, but that has been very, very far from the case. The Dolphins, just like the Jaguars, are 1-5 this season. And my question to Jen is, what is going on in Miami and how can it be fixed?
I think Tua's on that big bender now. With this time off and everything, Miami is a really nice place. Obviously there are a lot of opportunities that he gets to do whatever he likes, and I think he just got caught up in the win. And I think Urban Meyer's wife finally let him out of the doghouse, um, so that he's not sleeping in his office anymore, and he had the motivation to motivate his team to get that win. I mean, mind you, it's a very strict schedule, so he can't just leave his team and fall behind to go to a bar and meet up with random strangers. So it's good. I mean, Jags, they played all right. They played okay. I mean, the Dolphins kind of again shot themselves in the foot. Brandon Flores have no idea what he's doing. The GM is also essentially the dumbest person in the world because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but in the last year's draft, the Dolphins traded away their first round pick to Philly to keep San Francisco's pick. So now the Phillies got their pick, which is projected to be in the top 10. So they're like they're Texan in themselves. Trading away their picks, have no idea what they're doing. Again, might as well just burn that franchise down and move it somewhere else.
Brendan, how do you fix what is going on in Miami right now?
I'm going to take a much easier approach. I'm not going to relocate and fire the entire team and start again.
Isn't that the only way to go?
If you're talking to Jin, you just fire the entire squad every week. I'm surprised anybody in this league has a job. Um, QB, like, what more is there to say? Their defense, I mean, they cut half their defense over the offseason to clear cap room that they already had. So unless they were poised for a big signing of a certain individual, then they had no reason to do that. But they're paying the price for it now. They cut a few key defenders, tried to keep the top ones and fill in with depth, and they're paying the price because their defense is garbage. Um, and their QB is meh. I mean, he's the number 5 overall pick in the draft, and he is probably going to be a bust if he isn't already. I know you mentioned that he went 6-3 to finish off the last year after he replaced Fitz, but in that same period of time, so between when Fitz got benched and this weekend, they've scored 343. They've been scored on 402 points. So there's a 60-point gap in their point spread over that time. And so the defense isn't doing great and the offense isn't keeping up. So you've just got a mess. A year ago, we were talking about how smart the Dolphins were for trading for picks and signing or key signings. And here they are just being the Dolphins, just finding a way to take a team that is decent and make it shitty. Um, but I think the Jags played okay. Like, they didn't shoot themselves in the foot. They didn't make any stupid mistakes. And that's what beat them. Like, they were playing a team that is almost as shitty. So all they had to do was just not shoot themselves in the foot, which they did.
That's because
Um,
Urban Meyer's finally washed his hands.
I think Urban Meyer might have told the boys, like, if you win this game, I'll show you how to party. And then
At his chop house.
and then when there was 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter and Trevor Lawrence made a huge conversion, he's like doing it for Urban. He's going to teach us how to do things.
It's going to teach us how to shove forearms into places forearms should not be. But